Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Welcome back. We are in Ramadan. Obviously, we are fasting. I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepts your fasting, my fasting, the fasting of our loved ones, and may He accept all our righteous devotions. May He also grant us good ending as Muslims. Allahumma ameen. In the past videos, we have been talking about things that may happen to a fasting person, among which include accident that may happen between married couples during fasting, also vomiting while fasting, also cupping or doing hijama while fasting, taking in injection. And today, by Allah's will, in this video, we are discussing inhaling or taking inhalers while fasting. Before we talk about the different types of inhalers and the ruling pertaining to them, let us agree on something. As Muslims, when we are fasting, we must do everything to prevent anything from getting into our stomach through our esophagus or through any other means, whether it is through injection, whether it's through our nose, whether it is through our mouth. Nothing should get into our stomach within the fasting hours deliberately, unless it is accident. A fasting person eating or drinking out of forgetfulness does not invalidate his fasting, even though something has gotten into his stomach. This is the accident we are talking about. Now, let's talk about taking inhalers. Inhalers may come in three different forms for the purpose of this video. The first is inhaling water while taking wudu. The second is taking inhalers through the nose. And the third is taking inhalers through the mouth. In Islam, when we take wudu, we have to inhale water. It's called istinshaq. In normal situations, of course, when you inhale water, water will definitely reach your nose. But when one exaggerates in inhaling the water may go beyond his nose into his throat, and that will get into his stomach. If a fasting person, inhales water while taking wudu, normal situation or the normal way, whatever water may pass through is forgiven. It does not invalidate his fasting. However, if and when he deliberately exaggerates in inhaling the water and it goes into his throat and gets down to his stomach, he invalidates his fasting. And he has to make up for that day after Ramadan. So that is with regards to inhaling water while taking wudu. Normal inhaling of water, istinshaq, does not invalidate our wudu, even if the water subtly goes through, because it's normal and it's part of the wudu. But when one exaggerates and pushes, and then water goes in, and he knows the ruling, then he invalidates his fasting. Now, inhaling through the nose. Nose inhalers are usually taken to relieve blockage of sinus or blockage of runny nose and what have you. They are usually made from oil, which does not release substance that gets into the throat and then to the stomach. If it does not release anything that will reach to the stomach, then it should be fine. But if it releases substances that will reach to the throat and then to the esophagus and then to the stomach, then it invalidates the fasting of the day. That is even if it's taken through the nose. As long as it is oil substance that only provides air to relieve the blockage of the nose, it is fine. But if it releases some substance or fluid of any kind that will melt into the throat, into the stomach, then it invalidates the fasting. And the third thing is taking inhalers through the mouth. Inhalers taken through the mouth produces some sort of powder or some sort of liquid or some sort of substance that will go through the throat into the lungs and then probably into the stomach. This invalidates the fasting of the Muslim. Now let's narrow down and highlight on mouth inhalers. Those taking mouth inhalers may be due to temporal sickness or permanent sickness. If a person needs to take inhalers due to temporal sickness and he really has to take it, that means he may recover anytime soon. If he takes it, his fasting definitely breaks or invalidates. Therefore, he doesn't have to fast, but he makes up for his fasting after Ramadan and after he recovers. And he doesn't have to make any kind of payment or fidya for that. He is considered as a sick person. For those who have to take inhalers, mouth inhalers, due to permanent sickness, they are like old people who cannot fast due to any danger that may happen to them. Since it is permanent and taking inhaler will invalidate their fasting, they don't have to fast. They don't have to fast, but they have to pay for every day they are not fasting in. That is called fidya, to provide average meal to a poor person or to poor people. One meal for one day. And that should be fine. So there is no need to insist. I am going to fast and then still take my inhalers and pray that my fasting is accepted. We worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the way He wants, not the way we want or the way we desire. Now back to nose and mouth inhalers. When does one need to take it? When he is not feeling well, when he is sick. If one is really sick and needs an inhaler, whether it is through the nose or through the mouth, that means he needs to seek treatment. If you are sick, take a break from fasting, seek treatment. Once you recover, you resume your fasting and you are good to go. If you are fasting and you know that you can fast without any harm befalling you, without any dangers, you can fast, then you don't need to take inhalers. But if you really need to take inhalers, that means you don't need to fast, especially when the inhalers produces substances that reach into your lungs, into your tummy, your esophagus, or what have you. This with regards to those who need to take inhalers due to sickness or due to a condition. Those who need to take wudu to inhale water because they have to fast, they also have to be careful. Now, what about those who smoke, who inhale smoke or inhale vaping? Whether it is Ramadan or it is outside Ramadan, vaping, smoking are haram. So since it is haram outside Ramadan, it should be even more haram inside Ramadan. There is no need for us to talk about it here. And this brings us to the end of today's discussion, where we discuss the ruling pertaining to taking inhalers while fasting. In our next, we will, by Allah's will, discuss the ruling regarding drops, eye drops, nose drops, ear drops. Until then, I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grants us what it takes to better and purify our dunya for the best interest of our akhirah. See you in Jannah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.